everybody, it's your host Jamie. If you've seen the show before, you know that I'm a big fan of Bellingham. Throughout the summer, I try to go there at least once a month for the beer and the hiking and to see friends and for the beer. And this time, I'm taking you with me. Bellingham, here we come. Welcome to Weekends in Washington, the travel show where I visit the most enchanting towns in the Evergreen State, and with only the weekends to do so. Follow along as I bring you what's new, who's who, and where to stop along the way. The weekend starts now. My weekend began by checking into the MoonDance Inn Bed and Breakfast, a lakeside lodging where old world charm meets contemporary comfort.
We are a 5-room full B&B that you can get away to and just feel at home. I have a motto of practical elegance. It's beautiful, but it's not so elegant that you're afraid to sit in it. So, and there she goes. And it even reclines.
What? Does it really?
Yeah.
Elegant, practical.
Practical. There's a lot of little special areas, especially down at the lake. You can go, and we have campfires at night in the summertime and a glass of wine down there. And you got kayak, volleyball, and horseshoes.
Seems like it's shorter to list the things you don't offer, right? In addition to accommodating weddings, meetings, retreats, and more, the MoonDance Inn also leaves local helpful hints, like a brochure for the Bellingham Beer Tap Trail. I mean, I was already in Bellingham for the beer, so I was excited to hear more about how I could be rewarded for drinking it. But first, I needed to stretch my legs and get some fresh air. Just down the street was Whatcom Falls Park, and just 100 yards from the parking lot was an enchanting, moss-covered stone bridge with romantic views of the falls. I spent the morning taking in the green forests and open meadows on the park's trails. Although I admit my favorite view was coming back to the bridge to take in some seated serenity of nature's sights and sounds. Okay, now I was ready for a beer. But first, I wanted to learn more about this Bellingham tap trail, so I met with the map's mastermind, Brian Seals.
We have 14 breweries, 4 cideries, and 12 tap houses right now. And this is just a roadmap to get you to each every one of them. You get stamps when you buy a pint at any of these locations, and when you get enough stamps, you can go into the tourism bureau or to the local downtown and get prizes.
I am just here only for the weekend.
Oh, great. We've tried to make it as easy as possible for weekend warriors who come in just to check out a couple of the different locations that we have.
What I'm really excited about is that right now we're standing in front of one of the places on the map.
Yeah, we're at Structures Brewing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome. You're gonna drink that a lot faster than me. As a brewer-owned spot that makes artisanal and authentic batches of beer, Structures Brewing was the perfect first stop. Now that I had this tap trail passport in my back pocket, literally, I thought that I would visit just one more brewery in order to get to know the local beer scene. And to get a stamp, because I love prizes. Stemma Brewing is a family-owned spot whose motto is craft with character. It's also a family-friendly spot, allowing leash dogs indoors and having a kids corner, making this a pretty amazing pick for just about anybody. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I have been to the Guinness factory in Dublin, and Stemma's Dry Irish Stout Nitro was the best dark beer I have ever had since. Yeah, that's good. It's really good. So, if it's not in rotation the next time you get there, tell them to put it in rotation the next time you get there. You're a good stamper.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I couldn't believe how fast the day was flying. I headed to Lombardi's Italian restaurant and wine bar for an early dinner. Hint, get the Scampi Diavolo. You will not regret it. Then it was off to the Upfront Theater, a cabaret-style venue that offers live improv comedy every Thursday through Saturday night. Main stage performer and general manager Chris Erickson took time out before the show to give me an upfront interview.
The Upfront Theater was established in 2004 by Ryan Stiles of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And we're your home for improv comedy because we're just like that base here for it, and Ryan has helped us to manage that.
Well, I'm super excited because you are about to be on stage in like an hour.
Right.
So I am so excited to watch you perform. This is gonna be awesome.
The Upfront Theater also offers private events, school programs, and something called BizProv, which teaches businesses team building through improv comedy. Both Chris and the show were hilarious. At one point, I was chosen by the improvisers to direct their scene by either saying, make it better or make it worse whenever they were describing something.
But it's so cold here.
Make it worse.
It's so frigid here.
Make it worse.
It's a nuclear war zone. We can't stand it anymore.
Bellingham may be the perfect escape for beer and recreation, but I think it's safe to say that you can also add belly laughing to the list. The next day, after a heavenly homemade breakfast at MoonDance, I thought I would try something that Bellingham is famous for and that I've actually never done before: mountain biking. It's a year-round sport in Bellingham that brings in people from all over the world. First things first for good mountain biking? Get a good mountain bike. Enter Transition, a rider-owned local bike manufacturer whose staff was super helpful in giving me riding advice and eased my nerves with a bit of bike hand-holding. And beer holding, apparently, because they poured me a draft right in their shop.
All right, cool, now I'm good. All right, I see it. Oh wait, there's a door.
Even with the best bike in town, I still didn't have complete confidence in going from 2 feet to 2 wheels. So I was thrilled to get a little lot of help from Todd Ellsworth. I'll tell you more about Todd in a minute, but rest assured he was the perfect person to be teaching Biking 101.
Are you ready for our big mountain bike ride today, Jamie?
I think so.
How many times have you done this? 0! Yay! Well, here in Bellingham, one thing that we're known for is Galbraith Mountain. It's a partnership with the local tree farm, our city, the Whatcom Land Trust, and the Whatcom Mountain Bike Coalition. Yeah. The nice thing is, there's also trails for beginners. A lot of times you see big hit, big jump things, but we're gonna go have some fun, give you an awesome introduction to mountain biking on your fancy transition bike made right here in Bellingham.
I think this scene calls for a transition.
Thanks for coming and going mountain biking.
Thanks for being an awesome coach. I definitely would not have done any of that without you.
You can spend a lifetime riding on these trails. So, the recreation capital of the Northwest. That's what I like to refer to our home as.
Biking, I went hiking.
Some beer drinking.
Yeah,
that's a form of recreation.
Let's do some of that.
Okay.
We headed over to Kulshan Brewing Company, where I got myself another stamp and was able to hear a little bit more about why Todd was so knowledgeable about recreation in the area.
I'm the founder and executive director of Recreation Northwest. So our organization is 7 years old, but I've lived in Bellingham on and off every decade since the 60s, so this place is special to me. We promote outdoor recreation and bring people together to enjoy, protect, and improve the places where we play. And play is the most important part, because that's something a lot of people lose in their busy lives and schedules.
Your mission statement is for people like me.
Every May, Todd's nonprofit puts on the Recreation Northwest Expo, which brings you face to face with recreation-based apparel and guide manufacturers, retailers, outfitters, clubs, and organizations. Basically, if you are part of the active outdoor community in all of Washington State, you want to be there. Fitting for Bellingham, the conversation seamlessly transitioned from recreation to brewing as I joined up with Kulshan's owner, David Vitt.
2 locations in Bellingham. Our first one is just about 4 blocks away, and that one's all ages and a smaller brewery. We do a lot of our specialty beers there, and then this is kind of our production facility, and we have our canning line.
Can I see it?
Absolutely.
Determined to get one last stamp, I headed over to Chuckanut, an award-winning brewery that prides itself on community support and sustainability, in addition to its tasty taps and food. That was all the stamps I could acquire in 24 hours, so I made my way to the Bellingham Visitor Information Center to claim my prize.
How many did you make it to?
Let's see. 4.
4 out of 16, not bad. 4 stamps will get you a keychain and a reason to come back.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, perfect. Here is your Tap Trail bike keychain that will also open any beer, anywhere.
Tap Trail! I wish I had a beer right now to just like celebrate.
Okay, here's where my trip came full circle. You know how I was staying at the MoonDance Inn? Well, when I was searching for their location online, I accidentally clicked on MoonDance Sea Kayak Adventures. Totally unrelated until now, because I definitely booked a tour with them to end my weekend. I have never kayaked my entire life.
Perfect.
And I see a kayak in front of me, so that's what we're doing.
Yes, that's what we're doing. That's what you signed up for.
That's what I signed up for. Owner and guide, Christy Cusera, coached me through some kayaking 101.
Woo! I'm so excited! I've forgotten everything you've just taught me.
No problem.
She then launched us out at Wildcat Cove, accessible via Larrabee State Park's boat launch. In 48 hours, I had absorbed as much entertainment and beer as time would allow. If you're a pint pioneer like me, you may be interested in knowing that Bellingham Beer Week is in April, Bellingham's Beer and Music Festival is in June, and Bellingham's Hoptoberfest is in October. In other words, no matter the time of year, Bellingham's got the beer. Oh man, the improv theater is rubbing off on me because I totally have another one and I'm gonna go for it. Bellingham, come for the trails, stay for the ales. Props to the hops. Okay, I'm done. I'm Jamie, and this might be the best weekend you've ever had. To be totally locked up by you. That's my TikTok dance.
I'm actually in
what a man gotta say.
right now.